A lot of things have changed in my life, but one thing absolutely remains the same, and that is obviously my schooly conversion. In today's video, we're going to talk about a few bullet points. One of them being this back rack that we have been building and putting together, mainly my dad and our friend Kevin, who welded this thing together beautifully. Today, we're going to be sanding, priming, and painting it in preparation to the final install. As somebody who loves kayaking, adventuring, bike riding, and all of those things, I definitely wanted a rack to put onto the back of the bus that was strong enough and sturdy enough to handle all of those things and give me some more outside space, outside storage, and even somewhere to store wet and muddy or snowy items that I didn't want to bring inside of the bus. We are using regular Rust-Oleum products here. I'm not sponsored by them. That's just the brand that we had. We used a white primer, and then on top of that, we went with a semi-gloss black. You guys are going to see my dad working on these little brackets, and these are for the screens of the bus. He cut all of these to size, and then him and I sanded all of the edges to make them smooth and refined. And then he made a little jig on the drill press so that I could drill a hole in the exact same spot on every one of these. That way they were all made the same. That way we can install them the same onto the bus. I then took a glossy white spray paint and painted the brackets so that they matched the outside of the bus. Next, my dad measured out where he wanted to put the brackets for the window screens. And then he took a punch and punched a hole. That way the bit had a starting point and it wouldn't run off. It would be a nice clean cut from the jump. We decided to use these pretty heavy duty self-tapping bolts, mostly because we had them and we've upcycled as much materials as possible to keep the cost down. Okay, a little trick that we used was this adhesive foam. The framing of the bus and the window screen don't match up perfectly flush. So what we did is we cut out these pieces of foam all at the same size, and then we would put those on the underside of the brackets. Sometimes we would just use one, other times we doubled up so that it would hold that screen tight to the bus. There'd be no wiggling, no shaking, no scratching, and everything would be clamped by friction, giving us 100% protection from the bugs and allowing us to ventilate our bus properly. I think that these screens turned out absolutely great. I use them all the time, and honestly, they looked like they were meant to be there. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.